The University of Chicago is stepping up patrols after the killing of a recent graduate and another shooting in Hyde Park's business district.
And tonight, city leaders and university officials are vowing to improve safety in one of Chicago's most well-known neighborhoods. WGN's Mike Lowe now live at the University of Chicago campus with more tonight. Mike?
Ray and Micah, good evening to both of you. Here at the University of Chicago, the university president is tonight saying he is working with City Hall to develop new public safety strategies for the Hyde Park neighborhood. Also here tonight, students are now mourning yet another senseless victim of gun violence in the city.
So, a lot of you guys would probably think that this is part of the recent crime wave, why crime has creeped into one of the greatest universities on the planet. Now, they don't have a great athletic program. They're not known for that. They're known for their academics. University of Chicago is a great university, okay? A lot of those students throughout the years catch strays and they get attacked by sunmen. This is nothing new. However, it's just more now. So you have to think like the kids at the university are not safe because of who? News 9, you're going to tell us who has these kids at one of the greatest universities on the planet not safe?
The question and the challenge is, what do we do now?
Tonight, University of Chicago students.
I told you it was one of the best universities in the country.
The question and the challenge is, what do we do now?
Tonight, University of Chicago students held a silent vigil, leaving cards and flowers for Xiaoshang Dennis Zhang, a 24-year-old recent graduate who was shot and killed Tuesday afternoon. It happened here on the 900 block of East 54th Place during an apparent robbery. According to the University of Chicago's president, the Hong Kong native had just earned a master's degree in statistics from the U of C this year.
A master's degree in statistics. Do you understand how hard that is? Statistics, the master's program in statistics at the University of Chicago. Okay, this ain't Strayer, this ain't DeVry, this ain't Westwood, this ain't Phoenix. We talking about the University of Chicago's statistics master's program. And this kid died like a common thug in the streets, or a crackhead or a junkie just died in the streets of Chicago. Just, what a tragedy this is, man. His whole life ahead of him. This is probably one of the saddest ones. I mean, the one I did over the summer where the kid was on the train and someone was firing shots about 5 or 6 blocks away, and the stray bullet hit him while his train was just sitting at the station, ready to go to the next station, and killed him. That was a sad one. I may put the link to that in the description box. I gotta go find it. But he was another student at the University of Chicago. This stuff tears me up, man, and this tears me up, man. This guy, think about all the work he did to get to that point. Just got his master's degree, living in Chicago, and I'm blaming you guys, you know? And I'm not even trying to be funny. Share these videos, man. Most of you guys know that in the affluent areas of these cities, these Sun teens are coming over there. I've shown you from their own mouths. They're preying on these people. And you can't prevent everything, but you can be vigilant. And I wonder if this guy was vigilant. We know he probably wasn't woke, because anytime you get in a master's in statistics, you don't have time for chasing down every news report of some Sunman criminal suspect getting killed by some cop during an arrest. You don't have time for that when you're in the master statistic program at the University of Chicago. You simply don't have time to be woke. It's study, study, study all day, all day, all day. Wake up, study in the middle of the night, go to sleep, wake up, and I'm sure you had a job and just terrible, man.
Our community will come together soon to remember him and to honor his life.
The university is also working with City Hall on a public safety plan for Hyde Park.
Yesterday, there were a number of horrific events that happened in the Hyde Park area.
This vibrant and diverse Southside neighborhood was shaken by 2 bursts of gun violence Tuesday.
Bursts of gun violence. They always try to minimize it and sanitize it and take the personal agency and the person behind the trigger out of it. The gun just burst. Wow.
There were a number of horrific events that happened in the Hyde Park area.
This vibrant and diverse Southside neighborhood was shaken by 2 bursts of gun violence Tuesday.
Just really brazen, callous, and reckless.
Just blocks from where Zhang was killed, there was another chilling act of violence. At around noon, someone opened fire on the busy 53rd Street business district, firing several shots out of a car, hitting other vehicles and businesses, shattering a window at this ice cream shop.
The war on crime, the war on poverty, the war on drugs created communities that became war zones.
Wrong answer, Wallace Good. It ain't got the war on crime and the war on poverty. There's no, first of all, God, they're never going to fix this. They're talking about a plan for safety and they got this guy up here. If you're a parent and your kid is in the University of Chicago, pull him out now. Pull her out of that school right now. This guy talking about all these grand theories and who's doing the shooting, where are they, and how fast can we get them off the street? And how can we get more police there to deter them? And more cameras and more lights. What is he talking about? With his afro, so woke, and this guy's probably married to a glider, and he probably lives in one of the safest neighborhoods he could probably afford. And he's probably got some pointless degree in like Sunman studies or liberal arts or something from some university where he got in because of Sunman action.
The war on crime, the war on poverty, the war on drugs created communities that became war zones.
Everybody should work together so that we can kind of prevent shootings on the front end.
So today, more than a dozen elected officials, business owners, activists, and residents met at that corner.
We have to be here the following day.
Hyde Park's honorary mayor, Mario Smith, a radio host and poet, made it clear the community would have the last word.
This will not be our epitaph.
And the university tonight is pledging to put both its academic and policy expertise behind creative solutions to bring an end to Chicago's gun violence problem. Reporting live tonight in Hyde Park, Mike Lowe, WGN News.
Mike, thank you.
An alarming and disturbing number of deadly shootings is plaguing one block in the Shawnee neighborhood. The latest shooting on Cecil Avenue left a man dead and a woman still fighting for her life. WLKY's Shaquille Lord talked with concerned neighbors fed up with the violence.
Those who live alongside Cecil Avenue tell me so far in 2021, they've gotten used to the sights and sounds of LMPD patrol cars and sirens. Angela Johnson remembers peeking through her window outside her Cecil Avenue home Monday night after hearing gunshots.
He's a light-skinned guy, and it looks like he has a full beard. That's from what I can see at a distance.
What she saw next kept her up for hours.
I didn't know the gentleman, but to see that lifeless body just lying there, it's sad. It's sad to see that life gone. like that.
Man, I feel you, man. The guy I know, he knows my family very well too. Other members of my family are much closer to him than I was, but he got shot today. 100 shots. And another guy who was with him, who I'm very good friends with, he wasn't scathed. Completely unscathed. Didn't get shot one time. And the other guy got executed. I mean, they shot him a bunch of times, then stood over him and finished him off. But, so I mean, I see this stuff, man. Every day. So much stuff happens that I get so many calls now that I'm here. I get so many calls, this person, that person. And the thing about it is, it doesn't matter where you're at. Whether you're on the University of Chicago or in the trenches in Louisville. The same solutions and the same type of people in charge of fixing it. Everywhere you go in this country, the same type of people are in charge of fixing this stuff. That's why. Not the war on poverty and the war on drugs and the emancipation and the redlining and all this crap. Who's doing it? Where are they? How fast can we get them off the streets? Do we have money for more cops? More lights, more cameras, more patrols? Who's the DA prosecuting these cases? Who are the judges presiding over these cases? What is their records? Oh, this is their record on crime? Get rid of them, get a new DA, get a new prosecutor, get a new judge. Who's in charge of the whole city? Oh, this sister, get her out of here. Like, it's simple. All these grand thoughts, Jim Crow and Reaganomics, and all this crap they talk about. You got dead bodies lying on the ground. You talking about damn Reaganomics and shit.
It's sad. It's sad to see that life gone like that.
Police say a man and a woman in their 20s were shot inside their car on the 200 block of Cecil Avenue. The man died inside. The woman was rushed to the hospital in critical condition.
We've seen multiple homicides on this street. One is too many for this block.
WLKY did some digging. So far in 2021, there have been 4 deadly shootings alone on the 200 block of Cecil Avenue.
Think about this. I often show you guys, how many murders go on in these neighborhoods, like Walnut Park in St. Louis and Inglewood in Chicago and Frazier in Memphis, Congress Heights in D.C., Sandtown in Baltimore. Brownsville in Brooklyn. I show you these neighborhoods. 50, 60 murders in a year in one neighborhood. A block. 4 people have been killed on this one block this year. That puts it more in perspective. And these people live like this. And then they make a fuss, and then finally the city says, all right, we'll do something about it. And then Baba Shakur Imhotep III shows up with his gray afro talking about systemic and institution and all. What the? It's a hopeless situation. There's no hope for it. These people, this is their life.
WLKY did some digging. So far in 2021, there have been 4 deadly shootings alone on the 200 block of Cecil Avenue. There have been 6 homicides total, spanning several blocks on Cecil Avenue as well. Just 4 months ago, 16-year-old Michelle Moore and Nyla Lanier were killed on this block within hours of each other.
And you could watch every, what they got, a Black Women Empowerment channel from here to Kingdom Come, and you wouldn't have known that these 2 girls got killed on that block. And I can't be mad at those sisters. It's too much. It's literally too much. How do you keep up with this stuff? Just the sisters. Forget the brothers. That's, a lot of them out there banging, and I highlight many of the ones that just run into the wrong sunman, or just at the right place when the wrong sunman starts shooting, or gets robbed or carjacked. I highlight a lot of those brothers. But there's a percentage, about 50% of those brothers that are playing a deadly game and then engaging in risky behavior. Look at these sisters, these girls is in school, these little young girls, man. Always getting killed, always getting shot by stray bullets, always getting hit up. And it's like normal, it's like 2 on this block this year, this one block.
There have been 6 homicides total, spanning several blocks on Cecil Avenue as well. Just 4 months ago, 16-year-old Michelle Moore and Nyla Lanier were killed on this block within hours of each other.
I'll come out on the porch just for you and go back in there.
Neighbors say frustrated isn't the word to describe how they've been feeling. They believe gang violence is the reason for the high crime rate.
Used to be you could walk up and down the street without all this trouble. Now you got a lot of people just in the shooting.
This is a community with children in it. School buses go up and down this street. It can't be all this killing and murder, senseless killing. It just can't be.
They say a larger LMPD presence and cameras would go a long way.
At least the camera, they could pinpoint where it's really coming from.
For Miss Angela Johnson, she prays this area of Shawnee sees better days.
I don't know what the devil thinks he's doing on Cecil, but in the name of Jesus, he's leaving. He's leaving. I'm praying against that.
Shaquille Lord, WLKY News.
And police are asking neighbors to speak up. If you have any information about last night's shooting, you can call the anonymous tip line. That phone number is on your screen, 574-LMPD.
2 weeks after we told you about crime concerns driving businesses out of Dallas's uptown neighborhood, extra security patrols are coming to the popular entertainment district. J.D. Miles is in Uptown tonight, where the reaction has been mixed. Some welcome the plan, others question whether it's enough.
This move to hire private security officers comes at a time when more business owners are fed up with the neighborhood and demanding action.
You have to understand this. These people demanded the defunding of the police. They demanded. It wasn't a suggestion. They demanded that the police be defunded. Not 10 years later, not 20 years later, not 2 years later. 1 year later, they're hiring their own security force. And the reason that you have to understand how crazy this is, they were demanding not just defunding of the police, but oversight. We need to know who these cops are, and they need to be training, and they need to be, their records need to be reviewed every couple of weeks, and we got to see how, if they're getting complaints, and these private security firms, They're not going to know anything about these guys. If one of these private security firms shoots a son, man, where you going to protest at? City Hall? That ain't the mayor's problem. The police station? That ain't the police chief's problem. Where you going to go protest at when one of these private security firms that you hiring to protect your businesses kills one of the sunmen trying to rob, assault, kidnap one of your customers, one of your employees, you? Gets caught and fights with the cop and pulls weapons and tussles, grabs the private security office. What do you think gonna happen when that happens? Do you think these are people are more trained than the police? This is insane. They had the finest police department in the world, the United States Police Dallas chapter. And now they're hired a bunch of Ritter cops with limited training and a murky chain of command to come keep them safe. Unbelievable.
This move to hire private security officers comes at a time when more business owners are fed up with the neighborhood and demanding action. Selling hot pepperoni slices has never been a problem at LA Gourmet Pizza on McKinney Avenue, but replacing $300 windows every few weeks has been a problem for owner Annie Choi.
Homeless is the big problem in here. Too much homeless. They throw the stones, and then I change the 3 or 4, maybe 4 times for the window.
In recent weeks, 2 gunfire incidents recorded on video have happened right outside her business.
Because of that one, I think not much customers coming this uptown area. That's why our business is getting down.
A neighborhood association called Uptown Dallas Incorporated has announced plans to hire a private security firm to combat crime. 2 security patrols will each work 8-hour shifts to provide an additional public safety presence.
My own opinion has been for quite a while that just more presence is going to make a difference.
Longtime Uptown resident Joe Barnes welcomes the security around his home because he says he hasn't felt comfortable lately taking walks after dark.
Almost every weekend seems like we hear some shots fired. I never thought when I moved down here that I was going to be able to recognize a gunshot from a car backfiring, and sadly that's the case.
Maybe five years ago, there's no homeless. And at that time, this area was very secure, but right now, every month, I feel very dangerous.
Peep how they trying to blame it on homeless? Because that gets them off the hook of having to blame it on who's really doing it. That girl ain't homeless. And that other guy that was shooting, he ain't homeless either. It's not the homeless that's doing this. Stop it.
And we've learned that the Dallas Police Department will participate in an online town hall meeting with Uptown stakeholders on Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. to address the concerns. In Dallas tonight, JD Miles, CBS 11 News.